If you can tell me how long you've been living here and who you live with.
I've been living here for almost 3 years, so in December 3 years, and I'm living here with the dog Lana, it's over there. I don't know if she's in there now.
She'll be in the other pictures probably.
Oh, I know.
And where did you live before?
I lived not so far away from here. It was another council apartment. It was approximately the same oppervlakte, as big as this one, but in a very noisy street alongside the hospital with a lot of ambulances, and it was a little bit noisy in the apartments themselves, so and they were older, and I wanted to move to something with more, a little bit more luxury things, like here. The underfloor heating and the solar panels and the lift, the elevator, sorry, and with a separate kitchen. I had a living room with a kitchen in it, open kitchen you call it, open plan living, whatever, I don't know. But I wanted to have it a little bit separate. And I could find it here.
And can you tell me a little bit about your daily routine? What does a typical day look like for you?
Again, I get up at 8 o'clock always, and then I make breakfast and turn on the radio for the news and a little bit of music. And afterwards, after breakfast, I go to my iPhone to check the mail and the WhatsApp and the finances. I do that. I don't have a computer. I have everything. I do everything with the iPhone and with a special device, how you call it, an 8, to help me because I'm almost blind. And afterwards, depends on the weather. If it's a bad weather, Lana and I, go back to bed. Or I make a few phone calls, and when the weather is better, we go for a walk. Most nearby in Park Frankendaal, or the Ringdijk, Stedsedijk, or along the Amstel River. And when we return, I have a light lunch, and or I do shopping with the dog. The dog always goes with me. And on other days in the week, let's say 3 times, I go rowing. That's on the Amstel. I go running, and let's say about 5 o'clock, we're always back home. She gets dinner, and me too. And then mostly through the week I'm watching television, and then at 9:45 we go for a little last round, so she can do her, you call it a pee? Yeah. And then I watch a little bit television again, and then I go to bed at around 12 o'clock. And then I listen to books you can listen to. How do you call it in English?
Audiobooks?
Audiobooks, yes, that's the word. I couldn't find it. And sometimes I do that during the day. Depends on the weather and how much time I have. And that's about the routine. And in the weekend I have more appointments with other people. Is that enough, or do you
Yeah,
want?
no, that's perfect.
Yeah. Or am I even taking too long?
No, this is perfect.
Okay.
Because
I can do shorter but longer, just as you wish.
no, perfect. Is this where you have your meals, the table where we're sitting at?
Yes. During the week, so now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I ordered, that was the lady who was on the door. I told them already, but they checked it, she checked it. I get my meals in the other block. This is block 3 and there's block 4. They're making meals and then and I have to get them myself with the plate, and I eat them here. And sometimes when I eat a little bit later, I can do it in the microwave to add some extra heat, you know. And in the weekends I try to cook a few times for myself. Okay. And that's in the kitchen, of course. But I always eat, but the place where you're sitting, that's my favorite spot.
Perfect. How did you choose this home, or how was it allocated to you?
We have, let's say, all the housing councils, or the company who distributes social housing, all together in the region Amsterdam. They have a website, and there you can look at what's on offer, and then you can react if it's interesting. And I have once in a fortnight, I call it ambulant help from a lady because of my handicap. And so we do it together, and I noticed that it was about to, came on the market. And then, because I lived in my previous house more than 30 years, I'm quite high up in the list of candidates. And then I saw all the photos and drawings, or what the courtyard was looking, and all the extra stuff, and I liked it. And then I chose to subscribe. How you call it, subscription? That I wanted to live here. And then at first there wasn't anything available. This was the first block that was on offer. Those two were still under construction. And first I wasn't chosen, but somebody who had chosen this apartment, they didn't want to live here anymore, or he or she, I don't know if they were a couple. And then they said, "Do you want to live here?" And I first have a look, and then I said, "Yeah, I liked it very much." At first sight. I came here, I thought, yeah, that's okay, I'm going to do it. Okay. And happily, I got to the apartment.
What were some of the things that were important for you when looking for an apartment?
It's a better construction. It is not so. It is this little neighborhood has less cars, and no trams, no ambulances, and not so much noise. There's a lot of walking area because of the dog. There's a park, a very nice park close by, a big, better looking park, with no junks or things like that, because I had one previous, and sometimes it wasn't that safe during the evening, I wanted to have floor heating, and I like the idea of having solar panels for myself to save energy. I'm quite a green person, And I liked a separate kitchen, and that I had asked permission if I could put in my own kitchen. Because what they had on offer, standard, was a little bit simple. And I thought, well, I can make it more luxurious, attractive for me. And a big balcony, and not on the sunny side. My previous house had a balcony. It wasn't so little, but the two bedrooms were on the south. And as you know, in London as well, the summer can be quite hot, and above 30 degrees, it became very hot in my apartment. And then I had to close all the how you call the blinds and the curtains, and I felt locked up. And it was a beautiful balcony with a lot of, but when it's too hot to sit there, it's no use. Eh? And on the other side, you have to open the windows, but when there's so much noise, you cannot hear your own radio or television, and here it's quiet, with more trees, and you hear the birds, and it's more relaxing.
Okay.
And well, the station, Amstel train station, metro station, and the tram and the buses are close by, so that was a good point for me. And the shops were nearby, so what do you want more?
Perfect location. So you mentioned that it's very quiet, even with neighbors upstairs and downstairs, or
Yes.
okay.
Yes. From my neighbors here, I hear nothing. Only sound I hear in summer is when the families who have little children, they play football here, or they with a bicycle, and that you hear children laughing, screaming, and shouting, things like that. That's all.
Okay. And so you mentioned that you changed a few things in the kitchen. What were some of the changes you made?
I wanted to add a dishwasher. Because of my eyes, I didn't want to use the laundry facilities downstairs for everyone, but I wanted to have my own washing machine, and I wanted to have more drawers. You know, you can pull them open, and I can have a look in them, and not the little doors that go like this. You know what I mean? They go horizontal, and then I don't find that practically. And I like the idea of induction cooking, so we don't have any gas here. It's all induction and things like that. And a lot of more space in the kitchen. My previous kitchen was a little bit smaller. It looked nice, but smaller. And so on the internet, I offered the standard new kitchen. It wasn't used. I offered, and people reacted, and they offered some money, and they say, well, you have to take it away yourself. I can't do that. I'm handicapped. So, and they did that. Very nice. And then afterwards, I could go to a shop, a kitchen shop, and then to say what I wanted.
Okay. And other than the kitchen, did you make any changes?
No.
When you came in, it already had the floor.
No. Oh, sorry. No, you have to choose a kind of floor who is it's capable of giving the heat underneath a chance. So you can have some sort of laminate, we call it, or this is PVC, and it's easy to clean if you have a dog, you know, and I like that. So I had I had to paint. Let's paint everything, of course. So I added the colors, but I had to hire someone who did it for me, and people who made the curtains and things like that. So it was quite, there was nothing new. So.
Okay. And did you have to make any changes to adapt to your needs?
No, only what I told you about the kitchen. That was my need to. No, that's all.
You had mentioned that you preferred to not have any doors.
Yeah.
So you took the doors.
I took the doors out. I have downstairs. I have a large. I don't know how you call that in English. Berging. To put your stuff in. Let's say your bicycles and equipment. I don't know, everything you want to get rid of. And they're over there. And because it's useless to have doors if you live here by your own. Why should I close a door here? So I'd like to have a big space to. I can't see very much, but it's very nice. The idea that it's a long. Yeah.
Perfect. And what does housing quality mean for you? If you have to think in terms of like what criteria defines housing quality?
Good material. I mean, construction-wise, because there are a lot of old houses, but new with triple or double glazing and quiet, so no noise from neighbors and things like that. As less as possible, of course. You always hear something, and as big as possible. That's what I personally like, and I like a little bit of a higher ceiling, because you have apartments who have a much lower ceiling, and I don't like that. It gives me a tiny house feeling, and I don't like tiny houses. So spacey and modern and a little bit luxury, as much as possible.
Do you feel that right now you have enough space to carry out all your activities?
Yes, yeah. I always want to have more, but that's not possible. It's not realistic. But yes, I have enough space for everything I want to do. Yeah.
Was your previous flat similar size?
More or less, but had another ground plan, because I had the living room with an open kitchen, and I had 2 bedrooms, a bigger one and a smaller one. And when I was working, I used the smaller one as a study, because I was a teacher, and I had to do a lot of stuff in home, so with a computer and things like that, and maps and but I'm not working anymore, so I don't need a study. And is this enough?
Yeah, that's
I forgot the question.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? I thought, and why? Sorry.
What makes you feel safe at home?
Nice neighbors makes me feel safe at home. So, because I've had different neighbors in my previous flat, and aggressive, and I like safe means also clean. This is they clean all the stuff here, and quiet means clean. Means safe. Sorry. And I think I feel safe quite easily. I'm not not so afraid of things. No.
Do you feel safe in your neighborhood?
Yes, I feel.
And do you feel like you have privacy at home?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the communal areas in the building? And do you think this has helped for you to know your neighbors?
Certainly. We have some sort of lobby. You can, there's a paper and you can make reservations when you want to use the space for yourself. And you can add, for instance, no, this is a private gathering, but sometimes people have a little bit party and they write, well, if you want to join us, you're welcome between, let's say, 5 and 7 in the PM. I don't use the laundry, I told you. But so sometimes, and then the door is open to the street there, and you walk by, and you say, hey, hello, you have a party, what's it about, where, things like that. And sometimes we had a few street parties to know all the people, and everyone had to, but you could enter with, let's say, something to eat or to drink or to sell something. You have, I have a good dishwasher from my previous home, so you want to buy it for a little bit. Things like that, and there's a little money from the housing estate and from the council to help with the finances. I think we had 3 parties. Now, lots of people who play instrument and then they perform and they have a jam session, and especially in the summer it's very nice. You can sit outside and talk to people. Well, the fact that you you can buy your meal over there, and then you meet a lot of people who do the same, and then you have a little chat, and we have meetings which I'm always enjoying for to make how to manage all the things, because are you satisfied if the cleaning all is all right, or how to use the common spaces or the gardens or the bicycle storage. Yeah. Very good. So there's you have meetings. So then you meet other people, and that's nice because you get to know a lot of them.
Okay, well, that sounds lovely, actually. The street parties. If you had the opportunity to change any additional aspects to better meet your needs, or to make your home more accessible, would you change something?
No. I don't know what. No, I'm close to the elevator, and no, I don't think so. Okay. Well, maybe I'm thinking about behind you. There's a little bit of wall which you can break out. Okay. The rest not. Then the doorway is a little bit broader, but I don't know. It's not. It's minor.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And how do you feel your home impacts your health and your well-being?
It gives me a better. It makes me happier when you enter a home which I know that where you feel fine and relaxed. It makes me a little bit happier. Oh, it's nice when you look around. Nice to enter a home like this, with all the stuff and the colors and the space. I think, oh, it's very nice to live here and to be home again. And when you come from you've got a lot of friends, and you think, oh God, thank God I live here. in this apartment, in this neighborhood. Yeah.
Is that something you wanted in your flat, to have very lively colors?
Yes. Light and lively, yes. And I don't want it to be dull and dark and wet and depressing.
So it's a very lively home.
Yeah, thank you.
So you mentioned that your friends have very different homes. What do you think is something unique about your flat?
Less clutter, you call it?
Yeah.
And more light and also the hall and the stairs and the elevator are not so dark and with a lot of doors if you push and or have enter a code and then another hallway and then another turn a corner and then difficult. This is very accessible and not people don't always live like that. Oh, there is a modern flats, but oh my God, you know. Oh.
Somebody's waking up.
And yeah, they have a lot of stuff, and it's not so clean as here.
Perfect. Tell me a little bit about maintenance. Have you had any issues in your flat regarding repairs or maintenance?
Not at all. Everything is still working as in day one, and that's not always the case here, I know, but no, I don't have any, no.
That's great.
It's but like I said, they did a good job. They not always do a good job, but this one's okay.
Okay. You mentioned a bit of the things that you like, the light, the layout. What are some of the things you dislike about your flat?
What do I dislike
Yes.
about my flat?
If there's anything.
If there's okay, well, I can. The entrance hall is a little bit small, a little bit well. I would like to have a little bit bigger bedroom, because I have not a large bed, but when I moved here I was thinking about a very big bed. I always sleep alone, but just for the fun, you know, like 2 by 2, and that feels luxury. I use the bedroom quite a lot, so I like to have a big bed with what you call it, a floor where you can lean against with your back and
with a headboard.
a headboard, yes. Okay. Yeah, the headboard, and also the living room. Well, for my taste, can't be big enough. But that's about all, and that's a lot, of course.
Okay, so
no, the rest is perfect. You know, I don't need a big bathroom. I don't need a bathtub, because I'm a shower man. So, and well, maybe you have I don't know if the right word, but I'm gonna do that anyway. Thermostat. Kraan where the water comes out of a tap. A thermostat but I'm gonna change it, and I want a how you call it, rain shower, so big with a lot of holes. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm gonna buy, and let somebody install it. I would like that too. That's about it. Yeah. It's enough.
And do you feel like your home is affordable?
Yes. The rent now is, well, just a little bit under 700 euros a month. I don't have any, how do you call it, subsidies from government or council, because other people who have less money have, they don't pay that amount. So I can afford it quite easily, if I may say, yeah. And I can, which I like very much, I can afford a cleaning lady once in 2 weeks. Is that what you
Yes.
wanted to? Okay.
Was it similar to your previous rent?
No, this is more expensive. The previous rent was not so much actually. I think 460 euro, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's not much in London standards, I think. Eh?
No,
It's
yeah.
for free almost. Sorry.
No, very true. And has the last 4 days changed how you view your home?
It made me more conscious how I used my home, because I had to wear the tracker, and I didn't always have it around the neck because it's a little bit heavy, and it depends on what you're doing. Eh? When you do, it's dangles around your neck, but it made me more conscious my moves and my whereabouts in my own home. So, yeah.
Okay, perfect.